I'm your host, Luke23. You're joining me for Nightbound, Chapter 3, A Den of Wolves. The morning after your grim consultation with Ivy, you and Nick hit the city streets to track down the murderous blood wraith. Weaving through crowds of tourists, you check your phone for any news of Vera, who you haven't seen since the attack. I just don't get it. Nothing comes up when I search for her name. No social media at all. It's like she's a ghost. Sure you didn't imagine this chick? Vera was definitely real and a friend. Look, I get it. You're worried about her. Cool. But right now, you're the only one being hounded by an undead killing machine. Worry about yourself. About that, do you have a plan? Nick shrugs, hooking his thumbs into his pockets. I'm more of a wing it kind of guy. You seem weirdly calm about that. Trust me, I'll figure it out. Always do. I just feel way out of my depth here. I mean, I'm meeting trolls and zombies, and there's a blood wraith gunning for me? I'm not exactly equipped to protect myself from stuff like that, you know? Luckily for you, I am. And I appreciate that. I just hate feeling so helpless. It's not like me. I get that. You want to be able to look out for yourself in a tight spot. He looks at you thoughtfully and then sighs. Alright, maybe I'll regret this, but if you want I can teach you some moves. Believe it or not, I'm not a bad teacher. Practice hand-to-hand combat with Nick to sharpen your skills and get a little closer with him. I'll probably be fine. I mean, you're already an expert on fighting monsters. Whatever you say. So, what do we do next then, besides dying, or not dying? Before we can kill the blood wraith, we're gonna need to find it. Preferably before it finds you. For that, we'll need a hunter's sage. Hunter's sage? Magical herb, real rare, hard to cultivate. Burning it will guide you to whatever you're looking for. Kinda like a dowsing rod, but for creatures. And where do we get some? Doesn't seem like the kind of thing you can just pick up from Whole Foods. Not likely, no, but for us, I know a guy. Of course you do. Nick leads you to a tacky souvenir shop and pushes open the door. Step inside, gay skimming over the cheap carnival masks, sequin t-shirts, fake skeletons hanging on the walls. Distracted, you bump right into a woman with wild hair and a tired look on her face. Oh, hey! Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? No, just a little bum. I'm fine. Oh, good. I was worried. Sometimes harm is such an accidental thing, and one never really knows. She trails off, her forehead creasing with a vague consternation as she stares into space. Lady, are you okay? Oh, yeah, yes, just busy. Must get back to work, so much to do. Hefting her shopping bag, the woman drifts out of the door without saying goodbye. I swear half the people in this town are a cord short. Must be something in the water, or the hurricanes. As you approach the counter, the handsome young man behind it gives Nick a friendly wave. Nick, come in less of yours. Bruh, good to see you back on our fair streets. Hey, Luke, yeah, had to lay low for a while. After the whole Jimbo thing, got a new gig now. Luke glances at you, winking mischievously. What are the kids calling it these days? Mighty fine one, as gigs go. Thanks. You're fine yourself. Smile at Luke and then lean against the counter. I'm Vixen. Well then, pleasure to meet you, Vixen. Okay, break it up, you two. We're here to buy, Luke. The cheer fades from Luke's face. He slides out from behind the counter to flip over the close sign on the shop door. Why don't we head to the back, man? You and Nick follow Luke to the back of the store, where he unlocks a discreet-looking door and swings it open. Aster, are you here? Whoa. The back room is packed with jars filled with herbs, powders, and crystals. A glass counter holds shining weapons, strange, glinting jewelry. I feel like I stumbled into Diagon Alley. Huh. Make yourself at home, chair. Let me know if anything catches your eye. A little lightheaded from the thick incense in the air, you approach the shelves for a closer look at the labels. Ill Luck Blade, Hellebore, Sun Bird Ashes? Aye, Phoenix. You point at a small vase full of iridescent red powder that seems to be smoldering gently. What is that? Is it really burning? Indeed, it will never go out. Sunbirds are phoenix rarities with smaller, more reclusive. Some say they mate for life and live in seclusion with their partners. That's so romantic and, well, kinda sad. You want someone's heart on your fire for you, you can brew a pinch of that in the most potent love potion there is. Enough of the show and tell. I'm fresh out of holy light arrows, so I'll take as many as you got. Also, you're gonna need hunter sage. I can hook you up with 10 arrows, bruh, but I'm clean out of hunter sage. I've been for a while now. The wolves are the only ones who grow it, and they're not real into sharing these days, even for double the usual price. Damn it. Luke's eyes narrow and he leans forward to stare intently at the Nick. What do you need sage for, anyway? That have something to do with the murders? Murders? What murders? Well, while you were laying low, we lost Dina, and Carlo got taken out last week. What? Who the hell could take out Carlo and Dina? Can someone fill in the newbie? Were these important people? Dina was a damn very powerful shapeshifter. Had more forms than I could count, every one a stone cold badass. Carlo was a local vampire kingpin, or vampire lord, whatever they call it. All the other bloodsuckers in town deferred to him. How did it happen, Luke? I never known Dina to lose a fight in her whole damn life, and Carlo was no slouch either. That's the thing. No one knows who did it. They say it was brutal, torn apart like bloody paper dolls. The chill skitters down your spine as you remember the blood race scythe-like claws. You glance at Nick, he gives a tiny shake of his head. Thanks for filling us in. We'll watch our backs out there. Luke nods, retrieving a bundle of arrows from behind the counter. Nick stows the arrows into his quiver and tosses Luke a thick stack of cash. As you turn to leave, Luke reaches for you, grazing your wrist. Startled, you wheel back to face him. His eyes seem to have darkened, and he's watching you with a portentous gaze. Before you go, will you let me read your cards, Vixen? My what? Your face, yeah. The cards are ancient tools, the gateway to mysteries. They hold great power, real power, and something tells me you're going to need it. Luke reads your cards, you'll get a special scene with him, and learn more about the mystery surrounding you. I need to know my fate. I could definitely use all the help I can get. I'm glad to offer a share. Nick, could you wait out front? Nick's gaze shifts between you and Luke, his jaw working. I don't know, Luke, I'm kind of watching out for her. She'll be safe with me, bruh. This place is warded 12 ways from Sunday. And our readings are private. You old people know cards don't like to be overheard. After a moment, Nick gives a tight nod and heads out to the front of the shop, shutting the door behind him. Take a sheet, Cher. You sit across the glass counter from Luke as he slides out a beautiful jewel-toned deck from a velvet pouch. So, how does this work? Can I ask questions? Of course. It's your reading, Cher. What do you most want to know? I want to know what's been happening to me. Ah, Matter of the soul, then. Luke deftly shuffles the cards, weaving them between his fingers. My mother's a witch, one of the strongest in town. She's retired now, mostly, but she taught me how to part the veil. The veil? Some call it that, others the shroud. It hides the past and the future from us, keeps us locked in the present. Luke begins laying down cards, one by one face up. The world, reversed, and the moon, upright. Interesting. What do those mean? If the world was upright, you'd be at the end of your journey. It would mean fulfillment, harmony, wholesome. But here it means that things aren't what they seem, especially you. Not what they seem, but does he know about the dream? And the moon, deep intuition, left untapped. The source is unclear, but it's there. And with those two together, you walk two worlds, straddle the threshold with your very soul. May sound terrifying, but it is. Hooray. But it'll make you strong, Cher. Stronger than you can imagine. Luke lays 3 more cards on the glass. The Magician, the Queen of Cups, and the Devil. 2 mighty women standing in your path, and a man, a bitter, hateful man. The first is ancient, powerful, beyond the reckoning. She sails the seas of time. The other is wounded and very much in love. Do they want to help me? Their true intentions are their own, Cher. All I see is that they both think they're helping, in their own way, especially the Queen of Cups. She's the one who's wounded, so maybe she needs my help? Luke shakes his head mournfully. Her eyes are clouded, blinded by that love. It's not her fault, but it doesn't absolve her, so the devil writes her own one. And if you don't shop her share, you destroy everything you love, and more than that. She'll bring this whole city tumbling down. But what can I do? I'm not powerful. His eyes full of sympathy, Luke lays down more cards. The Prince of Swords, he knows more than he says. And the dark in him is strong, but he won't leave your side. Okay, so that's Nick. Then the Nine of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor reversed. Luke hesitates, chewing on the inside of his lip. It's bad, isn't it? People think the Tower is the worst card in the deck, or the Hanged Man sometimes. They're all fools, because this 9 is it. Your hands clench into tight knots, fingernails digging into your palms. Loss, destruction, suffering. It means you'll find love, truth, a piece of you that you never knew was missing. And then you will lose it. Again. That's horrible. This was a mistake. Eyes full of sympathy, Luke reaches out and covers your hands with his. Don't despair, Cher. Never despair. There's always the Wheel of Fortune, honey. It's not all doom and gloom. Here, ask me something else, something fun. Okay. Can you tell me about my love life? Oh, Cher, the wheel means you'll never lack for love. The hardest part will be knowing your own true heart. Never be afraid to let it lead you. That's what the Wheel of Fortune really means. You have a much greater destiny than grief. And you will come out the other side, but still you, but so much more. Squeeze Luke's hand, giving him a shaky smile. Thank you, Luke. It's good to know something about what's coming. I wish it wasn't so dire, Cher. I really do, but I hate giving good people bad news. Okay, Oracle. Am I the one as well? Don't be a stranger, you hear? My door's open for you anytime. In that case, could you teach me to read the cards, if that's even possible. I mean, assume not just anyone can read them like you do. You're not wrong. It takes a special kind to see through the veil. But sometimes tells me you'll do just fine. Smiling, you turn and start walking towards the door, and then hesitate, looking back. Oh, you never told me what the last card meant. The Emperor reversed? Chewing on this lip, Luke gives you a long, penetrating look. It means don't trust the jealous boy. Okay, we haven't met a jealous boy yet, I don't believe. Outside Luke's shop, you stand next to Nick and tilt your face towards the afternoon sky, still badly thrown by Luke's warning. So what now? Now we go talk to some wolves. So when you say wolves, do you mean like... Werewolves? Yeah, there's a good-sized pack of them here, enough to control a lot of turf. I take it you're not a fan? Mildly put, I usually avoid them like the plague, but today we'd have no choice. Nick drives you a short ways into the woods where late afternoon sunlight shifts gently through the trees. Here we are, one of my least favorite places in the world. And what is this place exactly? Crash Jennison's private hunting lodge. He's the alpha of the wolf pack, and also the guy we need to talk to if we want that hunter's sage. You approach the door where a hulking man leans against the wall, glaring at you. What? Hi, guy we've seen in like 16 books. We're here to see your boss. Give the guard a cool, even look. We're expected. Oh yeah? You on the books? Okay, look. Nick leans closer to the guard and lowers his voice into an amiable, confident tone. You look like a real... with it dude, man. Natural, savvy, always shows in the eyes. In the... Nick shifts his stance and casually adjusts his crossbow. I know the whole Jimbo thing made me look like a little hot-headed, sort of unstable even. The bouncer swallows audibly, his eyes flicking nervously between you and Nick. Things don't have to go that way. Be better for everyone if we could all just get along. Yeah? After a moment, the man gives a curt nod and swings the door open for you. Thanks, man. You, got a real diplomatic nature. It'll take you far. You move past him, raising your eyebrow at Nick. So, you gonna tell me what the whole Jimbo thing was, or... maybe when we're not literally walking into a Dulcin? You step inside and the door swings shut behind you. Wow. The interior is paneled with dark, expensive wood. You see a grand piano, a flashy whiskey bar, and a collection of hunting trophies hanging on the wall. Nick, is that an eagle's head up there? Wolves would hunt eagles, but no, that's a hippogriff. Really? Gives new meaning to exotic. Actually, I see 2 deer and looks like a tiger. I'm gonna go see if I can get a word with Christoph. Stay here. Try not to provoke anyone. No, cheetah, okay. Aye, aye, sir. Nick heads off, you look around the sleek, tobacco-scented lodge. People. You look around at a crowd full of swaggering men. Jeez, Nick wasn't kidding about the place. You can practically smell the testosterone. And body spray. Amidst a sea of frosted tips and gold jewelry, you spot a stern-looking woman threading through the crowd. That would be the Alpha Pack's female, I'm assuming. As she crosses the room, one of the pack members bumps her shoulder. Oh, it's this guy. Watch it, pup. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. The young man practically flees the room, staring intently at the floor. Wow, who is she? You lose sight of the woman in the crowd, but your attention soon shifts to the piano music filling the room. You wander over to a lavish lounge area where a handsome pianist skillfully weaves a complex melody from the keys. Wow, he's good. You stand captivated until he looks up and notices you. He beckons you over with a nod of his head. Evening. You were, off in your own little world there. I was just enjoying your music. I'm glad. Is there anything in particular you'd like to hear? Could you play something lively? Smiling, the pianist closes his eyes and launches into a song, his fingers flying beautifully over the keys. You lean against the piano, listening to the bright, unpredictable strains of melody as they rise and fall. This is wonderful. What is it called? The Colors of the Crescent. It's kinda like my ode to this town, where you never know what you're going to get. A sharp or a flat, darkness or light, but always with lots of heart beneath. I'm sorry, I forgot I muted the music. You know, that's exactly what it sounds like. Just then a large door at the end of the room flies open, slamming against the wall. What? A massive, muscular older man storms out, his face taut with fury. Nick follows on his heels. Oh, this is where they stuck you, my friend, from, that book where you died and you were Russian. Look, Christoph, let's just take a minute for rational discourse. Just 1 minute. Don't you talk to me about rational. Think you can just waltz in here after what you did to young Jimbo? Young Jimbo was on a bloodlust killing spree, butchered 4 innocent people before I took him down. Nick, you killed one of their pack? Nick glances at you, his face grim and a little guilty. Didn't want it to go down that way. Hell, I gave him every chance I could, but he was beyond reason. Look, Christoph, if I hadn't stepped up, more people would have died, and the cops would have been all over this place. The way I see it, I did you a favor. You think I owe you? Damn right I do. But we can wipe that slate clean if you happen to have some hunter sage on hand. Christoph's face turns a violent purplish red, his chest heaving like bellows and veins bulging in his forehead. Boy, you have 3 seconds to clear the hell out of my house before I rip that smug look right off your face! Watching the 2 men argue, notice something glimmer into view next to Christoph. A strange, shimmering teardrop. What the? Okay, is this a gimmick where we change his mind somehow, somewhere? Mesmerized, you take a step forward and reach out to touch the shimmering tear. As your fingers graze the cool, smooth surface, the room melts away from your sights and sounds, fading into the distance. And abruptly, you're standing in a dense, lush forest, moonlight painting the leaves with a liquid silver glow. You breathe in the cool, wet air, smelling something up ahead, something vulnerable and alive, with a racing heart. You realize you're not you're... Look, darling, right between those trees. Oh, I see it, baby. All by his lonesome. In a thick copse, a huge grizzly bear lumbers through the underbrush. Oh, I've seen enough of you in days gone. Quickly, ready my Molotovs and pipe bomb. The bear stops to scratch its shoulder against the rough bark of a tree, puffing placidly. Bet I get to him first. Oh, not a chance in hell. Closing your eyes, you reach out for the wolf coiled sleeping at your core and summon it to the surface with a thought. Visions of past hunts flash before your eyes, the ground beneath your paws, the wind in your fur, prey drawing closer and closer, and deep in your chest the wolf stirs. Blood surges, heart hammering fast as you feel the ache of your bones moving, crunching and popping in different shapes. Then your muscles shift and stretch, realigning, and a silver-gray pelt bristles through your skin. Beside you, Octavia has shifted too. She bares her teeth, howling at the sky. Together you race through the trees. You can smell the tang of grass brush beneath your feet, the loomy soil and the distant cool of water. And behead you taste the pungent musk of the bear, the iron of the blood rushing beneath the tide. Your paws pound the dew-slick ground, and in moments you're almost on top of your prey. The bear turns and rears, showing its huge teeth. I'll let Octavia lead. Pounce on the bear. I'm pouncing. Starling, you close the distance and throw yourself at the bear. The bear snarls, swiping at you with huge claws as your jaws clamp down on its throat. Warm blood fills your mouth, and Octavia dives in next to you, snarling and ripping at the bear's thick hide. Rest in peace, bear. The bear hits the ground. You feel its final heartbeats ebb away into the night as Octavia lifts her bloodied snout in silent question. Shift back to humans. You reach inward to the part of you that remains human and draw it into four. The faraway agony washes over you, and your skeleton snapping back into its human form, muscles and fur receding. Finally, you stand and offer a hand to Octavia, who's also shifted back to human shape. Thanks, baby.
Looked incredible out there, darling. So vicious.
Gotta keep my man on his paws. You embrace, kissing each other hungrily. You obtain Christoph's tear. Touching a person's monster tear allows you to relive an important moment from their past. Gathering all 7 tears will unlock a hidden scene at the end of this book. Memory dissipates around you like a mist. And you're back in Christoph's lodge, stumbling with dizziness, overwhelmed by the light and noise. What was that? And where? Nick rushes over to your side, steadying you as you sway in place. What the hell happened just now? It looked like you were gonna pass out. I don't...
Get the hell out of here, boy! You too, if you're with him! Before I change my mind and gut you both!
While you were lost in the vision, a group of fierce-looking men have gathered around Christoph, glaring menacingly at you and Nick. Okay, it's officially half past time to go. Here, lean on me. Nick hastily ushers you to the door, past the scowling crowd. Outside, you take a seat on the log to catch your breath, while Nick paces in front of you. Alright, okay, so... they're not exactly open to negotiation. What if I sneak us into the back and... Nick... The lodge door opens, and a sharply dressed piano player steps out, looking furtively over his shoulder. Ah, hello again. What do you want? We're kind of having a private discussion over here. You're Nick Ryder, right? The Night Hunter? I heard what happened inside, and I think I can help. I'm Cal Lowell, and I have some hunter sage. It's not much, but I'm willing to give it to you. You do that for us. Why? Well, the thing is, I kinda need your help first. Yeah. What, inevitable, bound to get us killed type of help do you need? It's my little brother, Donnie. He's missing, and if you can help me find him, the sage is all yours. Nick looks over you, his eyes narrowed with distrust. You buying this vixen? I think... we should help him. You look appraisingly at Cal, and he'll meet your eyes with an open, pleading look. I think he's for real, Nick. I can usually tell. Cal, thank you. I know this age is rare, and we're not exactly popular with your crew. It sounds like this would be a risk for you. Cal gives you a tight nod, looking away. Nick lets out an explosive sigh. You know what? Fine. You got yourself a deal. Guess I'm just helping everyone these days. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Let's just get this done with. Tell me about the last time you saw your little kid brother. 2 days ago, at our place over in Bywater. I'd just gotten back from a trip to Vegas, and he was acting weird. Guilty, almost. The next day I came home from work, he wasn't there. I should have been able to pick up his trail, but his scent is just gone. Like someone erased him. There's always something left. Lead the way, Wolf. Cal leads you and Nick to a cozy, small house, with the lingering sense of wood smoke and old coffee. It's nice in here. Feels like a good place to call home. Yeah. Still feels like Donnie might walk out of his room any time to grab his 15th snack of the day. But you can't smell him at all. Nothing. It's just wrong. This is our place, our den. His scent should be everywhere, like mine. Curiouser and curiouser. Nick rummages in his coat, pulling out a tiny star-shaped charm. At first, nothing happens, but when it lights up, glowing a warm orange. And that means there's a warding spell in place. There's no trace of Donnie because someone didn't want there to be. So, can you turn it off? A spell's not a light bulb, pal. I can't break it, but I'll need to rustle up a few ingredients. Should only take a half an hour or so. Gonna need something of Donnie's to focus the spell, something personal, preferably small. I got it. I'll find something. Vexen, you stay put, I mean. Sir, yes, sir. Nick disappears out the back door, leaving you with Cal, sighing deeply. Cal rubs both hands over his face. So you wouldn't leave us with someone he dealt with all the time, but you'll leave us with a perfect stranger who's a wolf. Okay. It must be really hard to feel so helpless when your brother's missing. It is. I'm not used to that. Protecting Donnie's on me. Always has been. Now it's like letting him down every minute that goes by. It should be easy to find something of Donnie's to use for the spell, but I'm so messed up I can barely think straight. Maybe I can help. Help Cal look for the spell ingredient for a chance to get closer to him and learn more about his past. I have tears to collect. Leave me alone. Stay out of this. I really am sorry. I wish I could do more. Thanks. I appreciate it. Guess I'll go look around Donnie's room. With a sigh, Cal walks into the back room and quietly closes the door. You sit on the couch, fingers tapping anxiously on the armrest until Nick returns. Any luck? Got everything we need, except... On cue, the door of the back room opens, and Cal steps out, a pendant made of polished stone dangling from his hand. Wow, that is really pretty. I want one. This should work. It's... Our mom made this for Donnie. Can't believe he would leave it behind. Perfect. Put it in here. Nick holds up a glass jar, and Cal drops a necklace inside. Nick screws the lid back on the jar and starts to shake it. A swirling, pearlescent glow starts to emanate from the jar, and growing brighter and brighter and brighter until Nick finally whips off the lid. Whoa! The glow explodes out of the jar and rushes through the room, rattling the furniture as it fades away. There we go. Ward's dead and gone. Cautiously, Cal tilts his head back and sniffs at the air, and a broad grin spreads across his face. He's back. I I can smell him. Did real magic. That was amazing. You just opened the jar and whoosh. Nick grins and pretends to dust off his shoulder. I like how they just misspelled Nick. Keep flattering me. Maybe I'll teach you a trick or two someday. We gotta go. I don't want to lose the trail. He rushes out the door with you and Nick hot on his heels. The three of you pile into Nick's car and drive through the streets with the windows down, following Cal's rapid-fire directions. Left there. It's getting stronger this way. Ideally, you pull up in front of an elegant, sprawling building. This is it. He's in there. Nick lets out a low whistle, eyeing the building. Well, hell, when it rains, it pours. What does that mean? What is this place? The Persephone. The fanciest, most elegant club in town. Okay, and what exactly happens in there? Nick reaches back to adjust his crossbow, his face growing grim. Nothing good. What happens behind the gilded doors of Club Persephone? Will you find out? Donnie there? Keep playing to find out. I don't know why my nose is completely and utterly stopped up. Oh my god. I have taken Benadryl. I have taken Claritin. I have taken Sudafed. I have taken everything. I cannot use my nose today. Send help, please. Without further ado, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry I muted the music at the beginning, but basically I muted it during those ads because ads are annoying and yeah. Anyway, so thank you all for tuning in. It's very much appreciated. You guys know what to do. And please do show support for the channel. If you don't, that's the decision up to you. But please do. Pretty much this channel does not exist without you guys. And this channel desperately needs some support. I'd also like to announce that I plan on rewarding such things from henceforth. Every month that we do Twitch highlights, I will be in the video releasing a thank you, and by listing members' names who have helped. And trust me, I can help. Or can help. I can notice who did help by the shares, by, doing these things, and then also being friendly in the comment section. I'm also going to go off of Discord interactions and conversations and helpfulness. Those who are in our streams are also going to get called out because I'm trying to build our streams up. I would like people to enjoy more Days Gone content, Final Fantasy IX, Rage 2, Borderlands 3, and all these other games that are coming down the pike that I'm trying to cover. Because, yeah, I'm trying to build this community, and I want to also share my passion with everybody. And my passion is gaming. My passion is this community. It's fun. It's awesomeness. All these things I can go on and on about. But long story short, I want to keep this thing growing. And yeah, it's only as good as you guys are willing to go. Because without community support and things like that, this channel will die. So just thought I'd let you guys know. And without further ado, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to catch you all in the next video. Peace.